The reason Colton is a virgin is because he only gets turned on by people he thinks are his sister. I'd say that it's like Cersei and Jaime Lannister, but they've had sex. Welcome back everyone to my channel. So excited to be talking about The Bachelor again today. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe because it helps me a whole bunch. Now, let's get to the freaking action. Fun facts today, I'm going to put in some real-time reactions of me watching the show. I'm going to hit you with some clips of the show. So we're moving on up in the world. Right off the bat, Chris comes in and messes up Kaylin and Hannah's names, and I almost vomited. You could tell that she had never been more offended in her natural born life than in that moment. I was shook. I was so shook. In other news, are we ever gonna find out what happened between Kayla and Hannah? Because apparently this really big, terrible, unspoken thing happened, but no one knows what the frick went on, and we just keep talking about it like it's Voldemort. No, it's something. You took her spot in the closet where she was gonna put her sparkling gown, or you put her straightener next to your straightener, and then they melted each other, or something. Something happened, and we're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. I took notes on paper this time so that I'd be able to record while also sharing my thoughts so I didn't have to cut back and forth. I'm moving on up in the world. Now look, it is a truth universally acknowledged that if people are on The Bachelor, they will be going to exotic locales. My favorite part about this, though, is that Chris comes in, he's like, we're going somewhere that The Bachelor has never been before. And they freak out. They don't know where they're going, and yet they are just all aflutter. And you know, for all they know, we could be going to Arizona because clearly they don't know where Arizona is, so that would be new for them. Then my instincts that were tingling were confirmed when our lovely Hannah G says, where is Singapore? Also, iconic moment when Colton's there, he's taking in the sights of Singapore, he's immersing himself in the culture, and he's like, you know, I just love Singapore. It's got lights, it's got buildings. Now, you may think that I am over-exaggerating with how simple that is. No, that's exactly what he said. It's got lights and it's got buildings. Now, I only can imagine that Colton was there with the interviewers and they were saying, dude, okay, like, what do you like about Singapore? And he just looked around. She's like, lights, buildings. Colton, come on. Now, I'm gonna hit you with a clip of a lovely little date that Colton and a young lass whose name escapes me because I'm pretty sure she wasn't on the show before, go into a beach, a lovely scenic area, and they get a little more than they bargained for. She comes on a date to a gorgeous beach, and you're like, oh, are we gonna go parasailing? Are we gonna hunt for beautiful seashells? Are we gonna go swimming? No, 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 we're gonna jump off a tall building.
I fall to my death.
Now, obviously, you know, they go on this bungee jump, but Colton mentions before that he wanted to know if it's a bungee jump or if it's a circus bungee jump. He thought it was going to be a circus bungee jump. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not familiar with this circus bungee jump. Apparently, it's very common because Colton thought that that's what it was going to be. Now, I'm going to hit you with a little image of Colton getting real excited about a new fashion choice that his bungee provides. They're gonna fall for each other. Oh. The best part is the bungee things at his ankles look like he just has pants around his ankles. My question was she confident on giving him that advice about the bungee? Was she confident? Because we know he loves confidence. Now they're on a beach. It's a beautiful scenic moment. The sun is setting. They're barely wearing clothes. And what compliment does he give her? She's confident. Now look, this was a night of many deep stories because now if you're not getting in that deep, soul-crushing story, you're not passing by because you need to show vulnerability. Now obviously there was a very serious conversation that was later in the show, and I will discuss that. But the first one of the night was on this lovely bungee date. And I mean, I can't wait to see what she's gone through.
Me too.
I'm ready. Oof. 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 He's upset because he's realizing that she's not a virgin. We're back to some nice panoramic shots of Singapore. And what do I behold except a Ferris wheel? Now, they have to go on the Ferris wheel. Like, there's a Ferris wheel in the city. Bachelor's gonna go on it. Where'd they go? I'm so excited they're going on this Ferris wheel, man. You can't have a Ferris wheel in town and not have the Bachelor on it? They gotta have a drink. I knew it! They're having drinks, Mom! They're having drinks on the Ferris wheel! Now look, these next two are gonna be my thoughts on the lovely bleach date and Demi's ballsy power move to do a piggyback ride in front of 12 other women. Mom, she gave him a back ride and now she's saying just do a portrait of us! That's such a power move, Mom. Oh my gosh. She has, are we just watching? Can you imagine they all just go around the room and just watch some dude get leeches? That's the whole thing. Debbie's comfortable around bloodsuckers. Oof! They were my final couple!
Oh, that's hilarious!
Oof! Big yikes. Look, I'm not above throwing a good pun in. Hey Mom, what's her job?
A caterer.
Would you say she wants the show to cater to her? You know, with Demi's revealing story, it shows that she's got a lot of loyalty, and it's nice to know that she doesn't turn her back on family because she'd literally get shanked. So there's that going for her. We have the whole thing with Courtney being upset that he's not chasing her when there's 12 other women. What did you think the show was? Why does no one know what the show is before they go on it? What? What do you mean you tried? Let's be honest. They thought that dude who walked in with that hat on in that butler outfit was from Buckingham Palace for all the geography knowledge they know. They literally think they're just in a VR simulation right now. They think they're just wearing those Google glasses that make it look like you're on the beach. Takes her, and by her I mean Kaylin, North Carolina, on a date to buy dresses, and gets a little excited.
No. That's because she's a beauty queen.
Language, sir. Miss Kaylin comes back in, fluttering her new wares that she got from her beau, and the ladies, the fake laughing commences promptly. Cue the fake laughing right here. Oh my gosh, that's so great for you. Oh my Mom, the faces. Oh, the fake smiles.
You pretty woman, you.
Oof. Look, I'm a softie for Cassie. She's crying and I wanted to weep for her because she's a pure, precious marshmallow angel and we must preserve her at all costs.
I'm so happy.
Mom, what did you say?
I said sister shouldn't
Be jealous? Mm-hmm. That's messed up. On a very serious note, I really respected Kaylin for sharing her story. I was part of the Me Too movement. I have a lot of friends who were part of the Me Too movement. You know, it's not common, unfortunately, for sexual assault to happen. It's a huge issue, not only in our country, but globally. And on a very serious note, I do respect her for talking about that. So I'm just putting out an offer there that if anyone wants to talk about that or has anything that they kind of want to vent about or at least, you know, play off of someone else, I'm here and I'm always here to talk if you need me. I think just to touch back on it, another serious thing that happens is that guilt. You blame yourself, you think it's your fault, and it was really nice to see someone else talking about that because I don't think that's a big thing that people talk about, and how debilitating that can be, and you know, blaming yourself and then feeling bad because you affected the people around you. And I think that was really incredible for her to discuss. Now, huge switch. Did anyone else notice that when Colton talked to Hannah G, he called her Hannah G? He's like, yeah, I just, you know, I want to talk about it. I'm like, oh, I like Hannah G. And it's like, a little cringy. And then he takes her to the bed. And as my notes say, like, yeah, let's go make out on this bed and then make sure that we clean up after it. So when I take the next girl in here, she doesn't know that I had a lady in here. And that just, oh, oof, very heavy makeout session this week. Big call out. I am officially on team Kaylin, just because Hannah, I feel like there's something there, and I feel like she's being very spiteful and kind of rude, because she has this very honest discussion with Kaylin and then says, like, I've never talked about you literally ever. I would never say anything bad about you. Like, I've never said anything bad about you. Cue to the clip like 2 seconds ago when she called her a leech. You know, as for the whole Courtney Demi debacle, I couldn't care less. Wasn't really invested in it. I thought it was interesting that the two women, Tracy and Courtney, that Demi had a tiff with, they're gone now. So she's got some hooks in Colton. She's bobbing and weaving him left and right like a little ventriloquist dummy. Marionette. Same thing. Maybe not the same. Definitely not the same thing. Similar ideas. And last thoughts, when she takes the rose when she's fighting with Courtney and then puts it in her teeth, I'm like, oh, what a power move. Like, she's just the queen of power moves. Like, I don't really feel one way or the other about her. I think she's kind of a lot and intense, and I don't think they're going to end up together, and I don't really think she's here seriously, but, like, she does power move after power move. I'll end this with who I think my top 3 are going to be. I think he ends up with Cassie, because they're adorable. I think the second will be Kaylin, because it seems like they've got a deep connection, and then I'm saying the third is Hannah G. That's my top 3. Lock it in now. I'm going to play this clip at the final 3 and see how close I get. But that is it. That's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe.